Hello and welcome to from the newsroom. Um, on today's edition, we will discuss about State Bank of India's results. The first quarter profit has fallen some 14%, and NPAs have again shot up. In State Bank of India, it looks like the NPA problem is not getting resolved. To discuss more about today's result and the NPA problem, we have with us Dinesh Unnikrishnan. Hi Dinesh, welcome to the show. So can you please tell us what has happened actually? Why the profit has fallen so much? And I understand the stock, the shares have also fallen, and the bank is not able to check its NPA problem. So what's your view on it?
Yes, Anup. As you rightly pointed out, SBI's NPA worries is much worse than everybody expected. All analyst estimates. What we are actually seeing here is the highest level of quarterly addition growth in NPA since 2004. So that says it all. And SBI hasn't been, able to put a check on this, such a sharp quarter-on-quarter rise in NPAs, and it's coming from across the sectors. This time you have seen from retail segments, SMEs, and more importantly from agricultural loans. So this is much worrying, especially given the fact that SBI is considered as a proxy to the Indian economy and is the largest bank. And on the net profit part, the bank, significant portion of the provisioning which the bank has made has gone to cover the bad loans again. So the whole story revolves around the sticky assets, and we don't see an end to it.
This is the largest bank, as you mentioned. This is the largest bank of the country, and it's a proxy to the economy. So, if we just extrapolate it to the economy, Indian economy as such, what is the view? It is. I mean, what are the indications that the bank results is giving, and given the NPA problem?
Anup, there is no surprise as far as the rise in NPAs are concerned. The first part is that a major chunk of the NPAs are emerging from small companies. And their performance is directly linked to the performance of the overall economy. And we are seeing a persistent phase of slowdown in Indian economy. Exports have slowed. There is no domestic demand. Also, the high interest rates which is prevailing in the banking sector, this is making companies further difficult to meet their payment obligations on time. So unless we see a significant pickup in overall economic activities, and more so on the clearance side for projects. Many projects are stuck because of the clearance issues. Unless these issues are resolved, one shouldn't expect any significant improvement in the corporate performance, and as well as in the bank's earnings. And this is what we have seen today, the rise in NPS with SBI. This is the case with most of the public sector banks. So there is no surprise as such.
So today SBI's stock fell some 5%, and this was the last quarter of Pratip Chaudhuri. So how do you see Pratip Chaudhuri? When he joined, he said that fighting NPA will be his first priority. So how do you evaluate his tenure? Did he succeed in his? Did he manage to win the war against NPA, or the bank went downhill in his thing?
Anup, it's a bit difficult to assess the performance of Mr. Chaudhuri on all parameters, but at least on the NPA front, one would think that Mr. Chaudhuri has failed to put a check on the rise in NPAs quarter on quarter. Yes, when he took charge, that was in 2011 in April, the major item on the agenda was to control the bad loans, to improve the quality of assets. But looking back, we don't see many signs that SBI has done it. So I would tend to say that SBI has clearly failed on its NPA management, and more so this quarter numbers, I think it's the worst ever in Chaudhuri's tenure, because if you look at, besides the NPA issues, most of the critical financial parameters, maybe it's the ROA, the return on assets, or return on equity, everything has fallen sharply. And the net interest margin, if you see, that it has also come down compared to the same quarter last year. So this hasn't been a very good tenure for Mr. Chaudhuri as SBI's head.
Okay, thank you, Dinesh, for that. With this, we conclude today's edition from the newsroom. For more, please log on to www.livemint.com. Thank you.